Hi, the movie's recapped here. If you're new here, then subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for new videos update. Let's start with today's video. Curtis LaForce, who lives in LaGrange, Ohio, has apocalyptic dreams and visual and auditory hallucinations in which he sees and hears rain like fresh motor oil, swarms of menacing blackbirds, and people who are close to him hurting him in some way. All of this is kept a secret from his hearing-impaired daughter Hannah and his hearing wife, Samantha. However, his increasingly strange behavior, which includes a tendency to cut ties with anyone in his life that has harmed him only in his dreams, strains his relationship with his family, friends, employer, and the close-knit town. He channels his anxieties instead into a compulsive obsession to improve and expand a storm shelter in his backyard. Because he is borrowing tools and other supplies from the construction company where he works in order to construct his shelter, he also puts his job at risk. Curtis reluctantly makes an appointment with a counselor at a free clinic in order to deal with the worsening of his insomnia and the apocalyptic visions he has been having. With the counselor, he discusses the psychological history of his family. His mother, Sarah, suffers from a form of schizophrenia known as paranoid schizophrenia, which first manifested in her around the time that Curtis was the same age. He is troubled by the possibility that he, too, suffers from the condition. Curtis decides to keep his wife in the dark about his plans to build an expanded storm shelter, so he applies for a home improvement loan that he cannot afford in order to get construction started on the shelter. When Samantha learns about the project, she quickly becomes enraged. Samantha places a call for an ambulance after Curtis consumes more of a sedative than the recommended dose and experiences a seizure as a result. After he has recovered, he finally tells her the truth, which includes describing his dreams. As Curtis and Samantha make preparations for Hannah's cochlear implant surgery, which is scheduled to take place in 6 weeks, he starts to miss more work, which causes tensions with his boss. Hannah is scheduled to have the surgery. After Curtis's boss found out that he had been using borrowed work equipment, he fired him and gave him only 2 weeks' worth of medical insurance benefits. Additionally, he placed Curtis's close friend and coworker, Duarte, on 2 weeks unpaid administrative leave after Curtis had asked Duarte to assist him in beginning construction of the shelter. Duarte was asked to assist Curtis in beginning construction of the shelter. Curtis extends the health insurance policy that he had through his previous employer for a few more weeks and also purchases gas masks for his family. When he learns that his counselor at the free clinic has been replaced with a different individual due to an unexpected transfer, he leaves the clinic in protest. The fact that Curtis has been out of work and without an income at such an important time for their family continues to be a source of tension between him and Sam. In an effort to bring some semblance of normalcy back into the tense and increasingly isolated life that she and Curtis share, Samantha convinces Curtis to visit a real psychiatrist and insists that the two of them go to a social event. An angry and resentful Duarte, who has been spreading rumors that Curtis is insane, is provoked to anger at a community gathering hosted by the Lions Club, and he responds by punching Curtis. Curtis, overcome with rage, throws Duarte to the ground, flips over a table, and then launches into an intimidating rant directed at everyone else in the room. He proclaims in a prophetic manner that a terrible storm is on its way and insists that none of them are prepared for it. After some time has passed, a tornado watch forces him to take his family into the shelter. Curtis reluctantly takes off his gas mask after they regain consciousness, as Samantha encourages him to do so. They make preparations to open the doors to the shelter, but he can still hear the storm outside. His wife begs him to open the door, reassuring him that there is no storm and that there is no reason to be afraid. Curtis, after a tense standoff, throws open the doors into the blinding sun. The storm, which was intense but manageable, has passed, and neighbors are cleaning up broken tree limbs and other yard debris as power company trucks restore electricity along the street. Curtis is going to need to get psychiatric treatment in a facility away from his family after the couple returns from their annual beach vacation, so the couple's psychiatrist recommends that they continue with their plans to take the trip anyway. Hannah shows Curtis at Myrtle Beach how to sign the word storm while they are having fun building sandcastles together. As Samantha and Curtis make their way out of their beach house, the rain that Curtis described as being thick and oily begins to fall, leaving a stain on Samantha's outstretched hand. Samantha looks up to see a more ominous version of the storm clouds that Curtis had seen gathering over the ocean. Waterspouts that resemble tornadoes reach down to the surface of the water, and the tide pulls back as a tsunami looms in the distance. Samantha and Curtis exchange glances, after which Samantha murmurs a reassuring "okay" to Curtis. The film suddenly goes black, so we will never know the answer to our burning question. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Also share with your friends. Thank you. Love you. Bye bye. See you in next video.